How are you doing, gems? Welcome in. Happy Sunday. This is Life with Marlene, your Florida vlogger. I hope you guys are doing great. I am with you guys and I am still getting ready, so forgive me because I'm about to go out after this, but I wanted to chit chat with you guys while I continue to get ready. I hope you guys are doing great. Oh no, I think that necklace is too much. I hope you guys are doing great. How was your weekend? Hope you guys were able to do some fun things, able to go out, have some fun, do some fun things, whatever it was. For myself, I just worked. I had to get my money. You know how it is. If they're gonna be offering you time and a half, your girl is all the way interested. Because I got some goals. You guys got some goals? I definitely do. I got some things that I'm trying to work on. I've talked about it before, that I'm trying to eliminate debt as much as possible and start saving money for my future endeavors, what I'm trying to work on. So that's what I got going on in my world. Eliminating debt, making better decisions, taking better care of myself. That's what Marlene is after right now. But like I've said many times before, I'm a work in progress. I am definitely not perfect. I still got a lot that I need to do. Hi, Nibble. How are you doing? Hey, Real Odds and Evens. Welcome. Happy Sunday. Like I've said, I am a work in progress. I'm still working on me. I'm trying my best to be a better version of myself. And something that I have been trying to learn recently is learning that it's okay to take some time for me. That's what I'm doing. I'm getting myself ready and I'm heading out to do something for me. I'm going to an event, which I never go to these events. How are you doing, Naboul? How are you doing in France? Bonjour, comment ça va? Ça va bien? I'm trying my best to be a better me. And hi, Hector. I'm trying to be a better me, take better care of myself. And I don't know about you guys, but on Sundays, I like to take time for me, sleep in a little bit. Do you guys sleep in on Sundays? Thank you so much for subbing. Ah, ça va bien? Ça va bien, et toi? Moi aussi. I'm working on my French. So I'm trying my best to be a better me. Trying to be a happier me. A more at peace me. A me that works on me a little bit more. I'm trying to work on me a little bit more. I'm trying to get myself together when it comes to oh no, not perfect French at all, Nibble. Not like you. My French is very poor. I probably have a D in French, but I'm trying. I'm preparing myself and getting myself geared up for when I go to Europe for 3 months in next spring to summer, whichever one. The tickets are better, but I got to get my French together for when I'm in Switzerland and France for 3 months. So I got to work on my French. My French is crappy. It's never been good, but I'm going to work on it better because I got some things that I'm trying to do for 3 months in Europe. And I don't want to crumble and fall. I don't want to fall back on oh, I only speak English. I'm trying to do better. One of my goals has been recently, and that is to work on my language. Yes, I speak English, but I want to even improve in my English. I'm trying to simultaneously learn Spanish and French at the same time, for what I'm trying to do in the future, with motivational speaking and stuff. I want to be able to give motivation in 3 languages. That's my goal. So I know that what I need to do. I want to be able to say it the right way. I don't want to get a translator. I just want to be able to just speak from my heart, because it will be a part of me. Let's say I want to be a francophone, of French and Spanish. Yeah, I'm trying. I'm still nervous because, anybody who has ever tried to learn language, it's like being a little kid. I feel like a 2-year old in my French, or I feel like a 2-year old in my Spanish, but it's also part of getting over making mistakes, sounding silly. Whatever you said doesn't make any sense. I got to get over that too. And also immersing myself in the languages. Some things that I've been doing to learn Spanish is I listen to Spanish radio, I listen to Spanish podcasts, and the same thing for French. I listen to French podcasts, and I listen to French. And I'm going to, in about 6 months, I'm going to get myself a tutor for my French, because I'm going to need French first before I need Spanish. Spanish is coming for my trip throughout, what'd you call it? I'm going to go to Spain and Portugal and Venezuela and Cuba. That's all on my objectives, so I can start doing some tours and speaking in Spanish, speaking in French, and speaking in English. My goal has always been, since I was younger, to learn other languages, but it's hard. Hi, Leonica. How are you doing? Welcome. Happy Sunday. Hope you're doing great. My goal, since I was a little girl, has always been to speak another language, but I know my issue with speaking another language has always been me. I've been in my own way. I get in my own head, and I attempted years ago to speak French, but my mind wasn't there. I had too much on my brain. I was in too much grief and trauma and so on and so forth. So now that I'm doing better with that, I'm gonna get back into trying to learn again, because we're never too old, everybody. You're never too old. You're never too whatever. We're the ones that make a decision about what we want. Real Odds and Even says, sounds good and proactive. Yeah. So, if anything that you want to do in your life, first you have to be convinced that you can do it. Because you'll fail before you even try if you don't give yourself the permission to do your best. And I want to say that to somebody this Sunday. Hopefully that will be the motivation for today. Give yourself the permission to do whatever it is that you want to do, whether it's working on your health, work on your weight, work on your financial situation. Whatever it is that you want to do, you can do it. So I've been, what's been helping me with trying to learn other languages, of course, there's apps that you can download and listen to. But for me, I've been trying to say it first in English, then say it in French, then say it in Spanish, and I want to learn how to not just read it, but also to say it, and then to listen back to how natives say it, because I still have what do you call it, American accent, so I may never speak like a French person, or I may never speak like someone who Spanish is their language. But my goal is to eventually be able to reach an audience, because it's nothing like hearing what you have to say in your language that you comprehend. I call it the language of your heart. Um, the language that hits you in your heart. It's something like hearing something in another language. So, because eventually I'm trying to be traveling and giving my motivational speeches in 3 languages. Also, my podcasts and ebooks and different things is going to be in 3 languages. So I don't want to get a translator. I want it to come from me, so it can be a part of me. And I feel like in that, I make my dad proud, because my dad was a person who had a love of language. So I feel like I honor him every time I make an effort to do better. So enough about me, guys. How is your Sunday? I hope you guys are having a great Sunday. Like I said, I'm about to head out. Greetings from Paranormal. Oh, hi, Ivan. How are you doing? Welcome, welcome. Nibul has been here long enough. I'm going to add you as a moderator. I just wanted to say hi to everybody, just hang out for a little bit. I hope you guys are having a wonderful, wonderful Sunday. Is anybody doing anything fun? Oh, it's a warm Sunday. Right here, I probably could take you guys outside. Maybe that's what I'll do. Hold on a second, guys. I'll take you outside and show you the Florida sun. Hold on. Take you guys outside. You guys could see the sun. Because it's a sunny day in Florida. It's a breezy, sunny day. Let me turn my camera back on. I probably will have to turn it around. There we go. You see the blue skies today? Blue skies today, guys. Blue skies today. It's sunny. Beautiful outside today. Nice and sunny. My tree is blooming. Maybe I'll just stay outside for a little bit. This is what I like to do. I like to come outside, sit under my tree, and to enjoy the vibes of Florida. This is the ending of my golden shower tree. That means the end of summer. It is a beautiful, beautiful windy day. It's about, I don't know, today is not very humid, but it's nice and warm and sunny. But yeah, it's a beautiful day outside. Very beautiful. But I'm going back inside. but I just want to show you guys that it was a nice sunny day outside. I'm gonna go out and make a vlog for you guys. Back in the house where it's nice and cool. So I am back in my room, my office space where I can turn my camera back on. Let's see, let me turn my camera back around. So we're back inside, guys. We did a little road trip. Oh, it was nice and sunny and beautiful outside. You see why I got to get outside? Because it's nice and sunny. So I am going to only be on here for like about 15 more minutes while I continue to get ready. What are you guys up to today? Nabul says it's a warm Sunday. Oh, awesome. I cannot wait until I get to France. I got a few things on my plans when I get to Europe, UK. Hey, Realis, how are you doing? Welcome. I got a few things that's on my plans when I am in Europe. A few things that's on my plans when I get over to Spain and Switzerland. It's one of the reasons why I'm working so hard. I'm working so hard to save money, to not waste money, so I can extend my trip as long as possible. How are you guys doing on this Sunday? I'm trying to extend my trip as long as possible. And the only way to extend your trip is to have more money. So I've been cutting back on eating out and wasting money. What is the word? Frivolously? I think that's the word. Frivolously, like not squandering money. So I am saving. The first thing that I'm going to buy is my plane ticket. That's usually how I pay for my travel. I first pay for my plane ticket. Then I pay for hotels, hotel, Airbnb, hostels, whatever it is. I pay for that next. And then I pay for whatever, like adventures that I'm going to go on. So that's usually how I travel. And probably last, I will pay for, like the modes of travel, like buying passes and getting cars and things like that, like to pick me up. Because being in other countries, I'm not as adventurous as other people when I travel. I don't want to drive in Germany and Switzerland and no, because I'm not trying to make a wrong turn, go down a wrong street and get ended. I'm not trying to go out like that. So I put in my expenses, modes of travel, because I want to experience all of it. I want to see what it's like to be on the Autobahn. Last time I was there, I didn't get to go on the Autobahn, so I want to go on the Autobahn in Germany. If you guys don't know, the Autobahn is the highway that is in Germany, but people say driving with somebody on the Autobahn isn't like driving on the Autobahn. But I don't know if I am stable enough to drive on the highway in Germany. I don't even know. What side of the road do they drive on? I don't know. I'm kind of scared, but I just want to at least say that I was on the Autobahn. Maybe next year. That's one of the things that I always try my best to do great at when I go traveling. I like to save. I like to have experiences. And that's one of the reasons why I love solo travel. Everybody is not like me, but I love solo travel. While I love my family and my friends and other people, it's nothing like being able to. That's what that's what I'm saying. Really, I was like, what? I was like, you just contradicted yourself. I was like, what? I was like, oh, no. I was about to say thanks. um, so one of the things that I am going to be doing is exploring different modes of travel in different countries. Like, how do people get around? It's always been a love of mine. I love modes of travel, trains, buses, planes. I just like to go. uh, no, 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 I'm not there. No, no, no. I am definitely not in outside of the United States. I'm planning for it. I'm planning for it. Planning. Hopefully I have to check the, like, if I'm going to be able to come back and all those things, because I'm not trying to be stuck in in France or wherever I'm going and not being able to enter back into the United States, because you know what's going on in this world. But I'm planning for it. I already got enough to pay for one way of my ticket. So then I'm going to save up next for the second, for like to come back. And then I'm going to pay for my one of my hotels, because my family lives in England. So that's where I'm going to go over to England, and I'm going to go to London first, because the majority of my mom's side of the family, they are in London. So I'm going to hop from London, and then I'm going to go over to the countryside, which is like Leeds, West Yorkshire, and then from England, I'm going to go over to Spain, because Spain is 2 hours by train from England. Misty says, what country? I am in the United States, Misty. How are you doing? So I'm going to go from England to Spain, and then, I don't know, I'm just going to see how the wind blows. I've always wanted to have a trip like that I stay as long as I want to stay. But when you go with other people, you can't enjoy yourself the same way, because they'll be like, oh, I don't want to go there, or I don't want to do that. I'm going to take my dream trip. Well, one of my dream trips, and that has always been to go to Spain, Switzerland, and Italy. And of course, I'm going to be all over England. So it's going to be fun to take it in, to vlog about it, because I always say that you never know. You know, right now I can be good, but I always say, how do I know in 2 years I won't get sick and won't be able to travel? Maybe I'll be homebound. I at least want to say, you know, at least I checked one of my, what is it called? What do they call that? What is that called? The list that people make for travel. I can't think of it right now. Yeah, France is 2 hours from London. Spain is far south. Where my aunt lives in West Yorkshire, it's not far by train at all. Yeah. Last time I was there in West Yorkshire, I went over to Paris, and I went on the Eurostar, and that was a little over 2 hours, maybe 2 hours and 30 minutes, but it was quick. So that's probably the mode that I'm going to take to go over to I'm going to go from Paris, and I want to go to some other places, because most people just go to Paris and stuff, but there's a lot more to see in France besides Paris. I want to go on the like unknown parts of France that people don't really talk about. So that's my plans and my goals, and hopefully while I'm there I'll get a chance to go to Switzerland. I've always wanted to go to Switzerland. It was the goal that I had to go to Switzerland with my dad, but he got sick before I was able to go. So going to Switzerland for me, it's going to be what you call it, like closing a wound. Misty said, I just like and subscribe to your channel. Thank you so much, Misty. How are you doing? Where are you from? I like to know where all my subscribers come from. And do you guys have any goals coming up in the future? Do you have some plans for your summer or your spring? Misty says, I'm from Houston, Texas. Houston, Texas. My good friend G.O. lives in Texas. That's another place that I have never been to, Texas. The strange part about me is that I usually, when I travel, I like to go outside the country. I'm kind of the strange person that I really have not done a lot of U.S. travel. I don't know why I feel like traveling means you got to leave the country. Every time like I travel, it's either on a cruise or on a plane. I just like to be out the country. But I'm going to do better. There's some places that I do want to see in the United States that I need to look into those things, but I just got this on my heart right now to get over to the UK and France and Italy and Switzerland and Spain. It's just really been like heavy on my heart. So, you know, when you feel like you need to do something, then go for it. There's always going to be time for U.S. travel. But right now, I just want to do a little bit of international travel. All good places to visit. Yes, Real Odds and Evens. Have you ever visited any of those places? Has anybody else? I know Nabul has, because he lives in France, and he shows some of the most entertaining places. Like he shows festivals and the beaches, and yeah, I just want to be in France every time I see his live streams and his live streams. So I'm gonna keep to myself. Like, I want to say something, but I'm gonna keep quiet. You know, they always say that you should keep playing some things to yourself. Real Oz says only South American places, in all honesty. Okay. Well, that's still travel, Real Odds and Evens. You know, there actually are people who have never been outside of the United States. And I dare even say there's some people who have never even been outside of their own city that they live in. Some people were born, like I know people who are born in Florida and they've never been outside of Florida. They've never even, some people have never even been outside their city. Like, say, for instance, if you live in Brooklyn, like that's where I was born, and they've never been out of Brooklyn. And I'm grateful, and I feel like it's a blessing to be able to say that I have been outside of New York, and it's only because of my parents. My parents moved to Florida in, I don't even remember. The year is rusty now, but you know, we've been here for some time. But I was born in New York, and I am the first generation to be fully American, even though I claim to be Jamaican. I say that with pride. say with pride, I'm Jamaican. I may not have been born, born in Jamaica, but I have all of the Jamaican tendencies. I'm definitely Caribbean more than, you know. Uh, Tell someone you love them today. You never seen them before. Tell them you love them. Hug someone today. Okay. Hi, too, baby. How are you doing? Real Odd says, I feel people need to travel at some point. Um, it gives them different perspectives and can be beneficial for growth. Yes, that's awesome. That's awesome. I love that too. I was really grateful from a very young age, having immigrant parents. My mom was from St. Elizabeth, country girl. She's a country gal. She came from St. Elizabeth with the red earth, red dirt. And my dad was the city guy, police officer, coming from St. Mary. So that's a little bit of my background for those of you who don't know. Let's see. Hey, Nightcrawler, how are you doing? Welcome. Happy Sunday. I hope everybody's doing awesome, awesome, awesome. So that's a little bit of my background. So let's see what I wanted to say. What I wanted to say is I want to say that my ancestors, my parents, my grandparents, aunties, uncles, even my older siblings, I feel like they paved the road for me to be able to walk the way that I'm walking now. And I'm grateful for all of my blessings. I'm grateful that, my parents were not educated people. My mother and my father only had an 8th grade education because things are different in Jamaica. You only can go to school if you have money. So my grandparents were not rich people, so they could only afford to let my mom go to 8th grade, which is middle school. Yeah. So I wish my mom, oh, it's Vaughn. Oh, okay. Hi, Vaughn. How are you doing? How is it going in Cali, California? I am trying to do better than, my parents did. And I think that it's awesome that my grandparents, my parents, and even my older siblings, they only had very little education. But as it went on, like my 4 siblings before me, we are all college educated. And I feel proud of that. We've all gotten college education, and all my siblings are all homeowners, and that is something that I think is phenomenal. And I'm not saying it to boast. I'm saying it because each of my siblings have all elevated, and I think it's important as women and men to be better than your parents, be better than your siblings, be better than the former you every day. And I think that my ancestors are proud of me and my siblings and other people in my family, even the younger people, because my personal opinion is that I feel like me and my siblings have shifted the trajectory of how things was back in the day. Because like I've said before, coming from a Caribbean background, people don't show affection. People don't talk about how they feel. They stuff things inside. They hide it. They don't get education. They settle for, just whatever is given. And I wanted to be different. And so did my siblings. There's a lot of things that I'm proud of my siblings and myself for. Yes, there was a time where me and my siblings, we did not get along. There's a long time where I didn't talk to my siblings and we were having a rough time. But then we started communicating because we said that it can't be the same way how it was for our parents, because my parents didn't talk. Very funny, Vondi. Yeah, hardworking family. All of us. I'm not just gonna be like me. I'm hardworking. No, I'm proud of my brothers and I'm proud of my sisters for, the courage to work on themselves. All of them. I'm proud of them in their own way. They're not like me, they're themselves. And I love that for them and I love that for me. Because it's not easy to come from toxicity, not communicating, and learn how to communicate. Each of us have learned how to communicate with ourselves, communicate with each other, and we wanted to be better role models for the next generations, like my nieces and my nephews and my siblings, kids, and yeah, and just being better, because somebody has to stand up and be different. Yeah, somebody has to be different, because I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I grew up rough. Rough. I mean, like growing up in a household, and y'all don't get it wrong, don't get it twisted, like I came from the worst situation, because yes, I did have two parents, yes, and they were hardworking, but there was a lot of things that I think every single family struggles with something, and we didn't have a family that shared what's going on in our world, what we think about, learning how to be supportive of one another. Me and my siblings, we've learned boundaries and not feeling guilty about it and checking on one another, and that's something that I didn't see come from my parents, which I feel like our family has become stronger because we've given ourselves the permission to say we're going to leave the bad behind and we're going to keep the good. So what I take from my parents and my older siblings was a hard work ethic, going for what you want. Don't take shortcuts. Yes and no, Vondi. Yes and no. I was born in Brooklyn, but my early childhood was in New York. And then I came to Florida, and I've been here ever since. So I came up in Brooklyn and then came to Florida. So that's how it started for me. But I'm proud of my siblings getting their education, starting over again, learning how to communicate. And I'm telling you that it feels so good now to actually be happy to see my siblings and be proud. Yeah, Brooklyn. I'm so proud to say that that's my brother, and to say it with pride. I rock for my brother. Before, I used to say I rock for my brother because I was gonna beat up anybody because I didn't play about my brother. But now it's the same thing. I don't play about my brother still, but now it's because I know who he is. And the same thing for my sisters. I rock for them because I know who they are. And I think it's crazy that a lot of people will we'll talk about how they love their family, but they don't even know them. It's like, do you really know your people? And I could say, even 5 years ago, no way. But we've been spending time together. We all took a vacation, and oh yeah, it was tough. Because in the beginning, it was a lot of resistance. Do you hear me? It's resistance when you come from not communicating to start communicating. I remember one of the first times I said to my brother that I love him, and he was like, "Are you okay? Are you good? Are you dying or something? You sick?" I was like, "No, I'm not sick. I just want you to know that I love you." And from there, it started with talking to each other about things like, what do you like to do for fun? What is your goals in life? What do you want to do? What makes you happy? And getting to know each other, and we started talking about things. Yeah, for real. When I told my brother I loved him for the first time, he was like, "Are you dying? You sick or something?" Like, what's up? I was like, "No, I'm not dying." uh yeah, I am a New Yorker. New Yorker. But yeah. So I'm happy about that. I'm happy that I could say that if anything happened to my brothers and sisters, I can say that I know them. I can't say that I know my other siblings that well, because who doesn't know me? There was 10 of us kids, and we didn't come from communication. We didn't come from hugs and kisses. We didn't communicate anything. It was just like we lived in the house. Basically, I felt like I grew up and my siblings were my roommates. Like, we lived together and stuff, and we cared about each other. And of course, I was going to beat up anybody about my brother or my sister or about my parents. But that's basically all it was. But now, like, I can say, like, I know my brother. I know their, what do you call it, idiosyncrasies. I know the things that make them tick now. And I don't think that a lot of people have enough courage to say, I know what irritates my brother or my sister, and I'm not going to do that because I respect them. So that's where I am with my siblings now. Like, we know how to say, I don't want to go today because I want to be by myself, or I don't want to go because I just want to be by myself, or y'all getting on my nerves today, or whatever. Now we have oh yeah, anybody who knows the former me, I was always fighting. One day I'll tell a story time about how I was almost locked up. Ooh. Oh, thank God for deliverance. Loving kindness and mercy. Oh, it's a shame. But anywho, I've grown up and I've matured, and so have my siblings. And how about you guys? Yes, it was something. I had my whole family in an uproar. My whole family was in an uproar. Handcuffs and everything. You know how it is in living in the South. They be like, "Oh my God, you going into the big house." But I grew up. And I'm grateful that I grew up. Now, I don't even like to do anything. Now I rather chill. And I think it's a mixture of growing up, getting old. Like, when you're young, like, you just want to be out, having fun. It's about popping bottles and dancing and jumping. And I think I don't need to ever do that jumping ever again. When was my last time in New York? I went to New York last year. I was in, actually, when did I go? last October. So it hasn't even been a year. October, I went to a festival in Manhattan. I still haven't edited that vlog. I still got that vlog that I need to edit, and I'm going to put it up in October to make it match the season. So, what was I even talking about? It's time for me to eat my lunch because I'm starting to forget. What are you guys doing for the summer? Anybody have any fun activities planned? I am going to be doing some, I'm trying to set up so I can take my camera and put it in the car. Where was I in New York? I lived in Fulton Street. My cousins and stuff, they lived in Bed-Stuy. So, but I was in Fulton. Lived on Fulton Street. I ain't been since 2007. I gotta go back. Yeah, but you know, a lot has happened, and I will even say that New York now is. I know people who are from New York are gonna get mad at me, but I'm gonna say it anyways. New York isn't what it used to be. It's, New York. I loved the New York when New York was like graffiti everywhere, and now, not that it's bad that they've cleaned it up, but with that cleanup, it's just not the same anymore. With that cleanup, it stopped a lot of artistic expression. Like back in the day, it was a lot of people was on the street corner dancing, battle rapping, and not that they don't do that anymore, but it's not, I don't know, it's not what it used to be. Like, I still love New York and everything, don't get me wrong, but it's not the New York that I loved back in the day. Like, you could go, you could take the L train, and it was different. Like, it was cool. Now it's like you got police everywhere, and they're trying to search you because they suspect you as something. Like, I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. You know, I don't like it. It's not the. That's why I don't go to New York like I used to, because back in the day when I was younger, and I used to, because my sister never left Brooklyn, and I used to try to go and visit and do my thing up there and stuff, but it's just not the same. Brooklyn is not the same. Manhattan is just, I don't know. Manhattan is not even Manhattan anymore. It's so different, and some people, they love the change, but I, for one, I don't like the change. I like the old school, rough and tough. When New York was rough, it was tough. It was like, yeah. I miss the old school New York, where, where people used to sell you stuff on the side of the street. Yeah, I miss that part of New York, but it's cool. I'm always gonna go and visit because that's where I was born and bred. But now, for me, now Florida is my home now. That's how I feel now. Florida is home now, and New York is just a place I go to visit and reminisce, and maybe go to a concert or a party or a certain event. I'll go to New York for that, but it's not what it used to be. And now I'm in that space of preparing for what do you call it, nesting, preparing for retirement and things like that, because I'm in that mode right now to prepare my mind for what I want to do next in my life. Hey Shay, how are you doing? Welcome. How is your Sunday? I'm trying to prepare my mind for retirement, and because my older siblings, they have already retired, so because they're preparing for retirement, I'm not there yet, but I'm getting myself geared up. Like, okay, when I slow down, where do I want to reside? It's lovely. How's your day? My day's going great. I'm about to get out and about and enjoy some Florida sun. The sun is actually out today. It has not rained yet, but I know in the afternoon, that's typical Florida in the summer. It rains every evening, so I only got about 3 or so hours before. Some people think it's strange, but prepare myself for it. I'm You're gonna hit the lotto. Yeah, so I'm getting myself ready and prepared for the next phase of my life, because I feel like I've been working for too many years. I've been working since I keep getting phone calls, guys. I'm a popular person. Everybody keep calling me. So that's why, if you see if it's frozen, I'm just kidding. I'm not popular. um, I am trying to prepare myself for the future, because I've seen people who don't prepare for retirement and it has not ended well. So I'm trying to prepare myself for retirement when I'm ready to chill, and where do I want to land when I want to chill? Where do I want to wake up for my days when I can't really move? What do I want my view to be, and things like that. I've been thinking about some things for when I'm ready to land. Me and my siblings are talking about all getting a really big house, and just getting what you call it, getting like 2 or 3 caregivers to take care of all of our old selves. That's what we're thinking about doing. Just having a home, and upstairs, downstairs, because we're women and we get priority, you know, the guys got to go upstairs. And the girls, we stay downstairs, and then we all can split the expenses of of life. So that's what we're thinking about doing. Not right now, but yeah, because they're boys, they're men. Y'all men are tougher and stronger, so we gonna hype you up. Get upstairs, get upstairs. You got it, you got it. And we're gonna be chilling downstairs, knitting and crocheting and cooking and things like that. That's how it's gonna be. And I already told my siblings, when we get to be old, that's gonna be my YouTube channel. I'm gonna probably change my channel to Old People Shenanigans. So to see how siblings, we all live together, and probably gonna be arguing with each other about all kinds of foolishness. Turn down your hearing aid. Use your cane. Why don't you use your cane? You're so stubborn. I've already told them. I already know who's not going to use their cane. I don't need no cane. I don't need that. You need a cane. You don't hear no hearing aid. I know it's going to be a hot mess.com. I already know that. And I said it's going to be too good to not go viral on social media, if social media exists then. Hey Delvin, how are you doing? That's what I've already said. I said we're gonna all live in a house together and get on each other's nerves. But those are my besties. I can say my siblings are my best friends now. Oh, it's gonna be epic. Yeah, it's gonna be a hot mess because I already know me and my sisters are gonna be like, "That's my sweater. That's my sweater. Take off my sweater. This is not your sweater. I got this in 1997. No, you didn't. I bought that sweater." Ciao. It's gonna be a mess. But me and my siblings, we already are looking into finding an upstairs, downstairs house with at least 5 bedrooms, 5 bedrooms and 2 or 3 bathrooms. So that's what we're trying to do. Because I already said it will be easier for us to all live together, split the expenses of everything, and then just get ourselves some whatever nursing assistants or whatever to and go get our groceries, take us to doctor's appointments, and things like that. The Deville says a nice. I don't know if it's gonna be a nice mess. I definitely feel like it will be drama. Uh, Listen, Shay, and it's gonna be like I'm gonna be like, you got my teeth in. That is not your teeth. That's my teeth. No, it's not your teeth. I got this teeth. That's my wig. Why do you have on my shirt? It's gonna be it's gonna be a whole nother level of sibling drama. It's gonna be what do you call it? A nursing home or something. We're gonna have our own nursing home, driving each other crazy. Yes. Yes. Where is and yes, and I already know who's gonna have my wig on. I already know. And I'm gonna snatch it off. I'll be like, take off my wig. That's my wig. I just bought that wig. Yeah. I already know who's gonna take my wig. I already know. And I already know who's gonna try to steal my sweater and my jewelry and stuff like that. It's gonna be fun. So that's what me and my siblings are looking forward to as we get older. We've been talking about that recently. And right now, because my oldest sibling is, I think my oldest sibling, she just turned 62. So she's almost ready. She's almost ready. Like she's thinking about taking early retirement. So because she's thinking of retirement, that trickles down into all of us. Okay, you think about retirement, where do you want to retire at? And then the idea came to have a family house, get a big family house, and we could all live together. And little by little, it don't have to be anything that's ready right now, but just start the process of fixing up the rooms. And I already know what room that I want, and make sure that it has some things so that we don't really have to leave the house. I want it to be something to where it's gonna have a pool, uh, pool slash jacuzzi, and a room for activities like shooting pool, playing cards, a movie room or something. So, you got to start thinking about stuff for the future. Your siblings are up there as well, yeah. And because now we get along and things, so even like some of my siblings have mates, so it's gonna be something learning how to deal with everybody. But I think eventually you have to learn how to get along with each other, and instead of going to take care of each person at their respective houses, why not just have one house and get along? Shay says, I miss my mom so much because her and my aunt could have easily had a reality show. Oh, I know that would have been funny, Shay. hmm Hold on, guys. I got to knock at the door. I'll be right back. Sorry, guys, I'm back. That was my sister. Brought me food. I'm so spoiled. Yeah, we different at times. Yeah. I'm so sorry to hear about your mom, Shay. I really am. Sorry to hear about your mom. You know, grief is a hard thing. Grief is a hard thing, you know, to anybody who is grieving, you know. Prayers up. Okay. Mm. Yeah. Yes, hope everyone's day is going well. So, um, what are you guys going to be doing tonight? What are you guys going to be eating? And Sunday is always the day where you think about eating. Well, I already know what I'm going to be eating. Because my sister she knows me, and she knows that I'm not a person who eats in the morning. So right now it's almost 1 p.m. So she know I didn't eat. So she lives close by, and Sunday she always brings me food to make sure that I eat. Isn't that it's so loving of her? She's a sweetie. Okay, she's a sweetie. I feel blessed that I have somebody who thinks about me because she knows me. I'm not a morning eater. I'm trying to change that because in my family we're predisposed to diabetes. Because of that reason, we do not eat in the morning, and I know it's not good, but it is what it is. That's why I have a sister. I need to go work off something I shouldn't have ate last night. Aw, thanks so much. I appreciate you for staying and talking in the chat, and we'll have a great rest of your day. Delvin says avocado, white rice, and veggies. That sounds delicious, Delvin. I'm sure that my sister brought me a Caribbean breakfast. I'm sure. I'm sure that it's some green banana and some what is it called? How can I not think of the name? Oh man, Aki. I'm sure she brought me some Aki and saltfish and some green banana. You guys know, Jamaican all the way. So we're gonna chill here for just a few more minutes, maybe about five more minutes, because I'm enjoying the conversation, chit-chatting with you guys. Let's see. I'm probably gonna go out to the beach in about an hour or so after I eat. I'm probably gonna take myself a good old nap, good old Sunday nap, and head to the beach. And I'm gonna vlog it. I don't think I'm gonna go live again. Yes, Delvin. Every single Sunday, it's gonna be green banana, or it's gonna be plantain, or it's gonna be some. We grew up, as Jamaicans say, on hard food. They believe in that. Yeah, big up Miata people them. So you celebrate this last day of are you gonna celebrate this last day? Okay. Yeah, what I'm doing is I'm gonna chill. Tomorrow is gonna be my personal self-care day, and I'm gonna go get myself a massage and relax myself tomorrow. Um, I have to make an appointment for my teeth. I've been putting this off for a long time. I got some dental work that I need to start taking care of my teeth. Hey, love baby, how are you doing? I made oh, you did? Oh, congratulations, Fondi, you made it. You made it to 35. How are you doing, love baby? Happy Sunday. Yeah, that's what my mom would say. Real food. Hard food is real food. She said, don't have it. She said, don't eat the food that will make you fall down. My mom used to always be talking about, she said, American diet will not sustain you. And we forget sometimes, I get lazy and stuff. And she's like, an American diet is not going to sustain you. You got to stay with your vegetables and your fruits. And I realize that as I'm getting older, you got to have something with some sustenance, like it's going to sustain your body, something that's nutritious. And I never grew up having fried food until I started really getting into the American diet. And I got to back away from that and go back to my roots. We grew up, everything when I was growing up was either baked, broiled, or grilled. We didn't fry anything. So I'm trying to get back to my roots of eating what they call ground provisions. Hey, can't stop walking but love mowing. How are you doing? Happy Sunday. Yeah, food that helps your body, food that heals your body. That's what I was raised. I was raised in the morning. I know some of y'all gonna think I'm strange and stuff, but I was raised as soon as my mom would wake me up in the morning. It was always, you start drinking some water. Uh, Not me. I'm not from Jamaica. My parents and my siblings are from Jamaica. My mom is from the country, and she was from St. Elizabeth. My dad was from Saint Mary. So yeah. So that's what it is. Yes, ground provisions, Delvin. That's what I heard my whole life. I used to always roll my eyes as a child. Always roll my eyes like, who cares about ground provisions? When I was growing up, I used to be embarrassed when people used to talk about what they had for dinner. Oh, I had pizza. I had macaroni and cheese. And I was talking about we had green banana and brown rice and steamed vegetables and avocado. Like, I would feel embarrassed to say that, but now I'm like, yeah, 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 getting back to my roots. And I can say that I know for sure that my mom and my dad was, yes, I am definitely big back. Can't stop. You guys don't understand that I may not look like it, but your girl, I can eat. Even my brothers will say, Marlene can eat. I can out eat my brothers. And that's not a good thing for when you're a petite person, because when you can eat, it's going to show up your belly. You're going to get that, what you call it, kangaroo pouch in the front. You're going to get a badonkadonk. That's not good. Nope, 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 nope. Yeah, and it was beginning. The big back was beginning because I started to see the back was spreading. Everything was spreading. And my sisters, you know how Caribbean people are. They have no filter. Yeah. And they start coming, they just pat you on your stomach, talk about what's going on here. Your grandparents are from there? Shay, you laughing at me? Love Baby says, I love fresh vegetables. My mom had a backyard garden. Every morning she will go out and pick butter beans, cucumbers, and tomatoes. Yeah, that's a wonderful upbringing. Fonty, you don't think I have a big back, but me coming from where I came from, I grew up and I was this small. I was literally 90 pounds when I was 17. I was 90 pounds. I was this small. I was like a stick. Yeah, it's the food that will help you to live. Yeah. What is it? I think my dad used to always say, and I didn't get it when I was younger, but my dad always said, eat to live, and but not live to eat. And it's the truth, because a lot of people, that's all they think about is eating, eating. But what my dad was saying is so right. You have to live to eat. So you got to think about what you're eating. You got to think about nutrition and health, and not just about what you want and the fast food and things like that. Now, I'm not no crazy person. I'm not crazy like some of my siblings. Some of my siblings do not believe in fast food at all. They don't eat outside. No way. If you don't hear no crackling pots, they're not gonna eat it. They're not gonna eat it if it's not coming from one of those Caribbean big steel pots. They're not eating it. They don't eat outside. Some of my siblings have never even tasted fast food. That will show their age. They only eat ground provision. I can't say that, because I'm not gonna even lie to y'all. I love to eat out. When I say I love it, I love it. If I could eat out every day of my life and not keel over, that's what I would do. I would love to live the life. I would love to live at a place where I lived at a restaurant and I could just go downstairs and get my food, and my food is already prepared. I would love that. But I know that, like my mom used to say, that if you don't prepare for, like doing meal preps or having healthy food, eating at home, choosing your snacks, if you don't plan how you're going to eat, you're going to eat anything. And I didn't want to admit that when I was younger, but what my mom was sharing was the truth. If you don't prepare for how you're going to eat, you're going to eat anything. And I'm the type of person that I will eat cold pizza. I will eat a piece of pie for breakfast. I know it's not good. I know that's not healthy, but I'm trying to do better. I'm trying to do better because I wasn't raised that way. But sometimes, because of work and life or just being lazy, I'll just grab anything. Grab a donut and grab some cookies, have a soda. And I know better than that. I know better. But I'm trying to go back to my roots. Hey, Leticia, how are you doing? Happy Sunday. Can't stop says, I wish I was like that. I don't have it inside of me. Can't stop walking. But my sister, she is ride or die. She is only going to eat from some crackling pots. If she didn't see them pots crackling, she's not going to eat it. Von D says, I know fast food, not good, but it was better decades ago than now. Yeah. See, and even eating fast food back in the day, like, there used to be things that was on the menu that was healthy and good, and you could enjoy yourself. But now, Can't stop says, in Jamaica, I walked to the nearest restaurant to get me a jerk chicken from the motherland. Oh yes, my mom used to make, when I say the best curry chicken, there's nobody, even sometimes when I feel so sad, every time when I was sick or something, my mom used to make me a plate of curry chicken with some steamed vegetables, some brown rice on it. And even when I feel sad and I miss my mom, I still think of that comfort meal: curry chicken, steamed vegetables, avocado, brown rice. Yeah. But Delvin says, we grew up learning how to cook, so loving others' food from outside was a no-no. Yes. From a very young age, we learned that you better crackle some pots, because especially coming from me having lots of siblings, who can afford to pay to eat out? You better get in there and take that meat out the freezer. and cook you a good meal. Yes, happy Sunday, babe. Sending well wishes your way. And same back to you, Leticia. How are your little ones? How's your family? Hope everybody's doing great. Yes, that was my mom. My mom, when I say my mom's curry chicken, it was melt in your mouth. I don't know how my mom used to get that chicken so tender. You barely had to chew it, and it was so savory. Man, I could just taste the coconut milk right now from that, and just melted in your mouth like buttered chicken. Mm, delicious. And the brown rice, and she used to have this gravy that my mom used to make to go over that brown rice. And it was a spicy sauce. So, Delvin, this is Nightcrawler. Okay. Love Baby says, I love me some oxtails, rice, and beans. Oh, and the person that can throw, when I say throw down on oxtails, is my nephew. My nephew, he got it. I think everybody in my family, they got their thing. My mom was curry chicken, and she made this Jamaican soup with dumplings in it, and all that stuff in it. Was so good. But my nephew, he got the oxtails, and I am the person that I am brown stew chicken girl. If you want brown stew chicken, I can hold it down. I can hold it down with brown stew. I got that from my auntie. She showed me how to make that brown stew chicken and make it delicious. That's my gift. I can make a brown stew chicken. And my mom always did the curry chicken. My sister makes the best, what you call it, plantains. Plantains, that's her thing. And everybody used to have something that they would make and bring to the table that was delicious. I think everybody got their own gifts. And I'm a baker. That's what I wanted to do when I got out of school. I wanted to be a baker. I can hold it down. I can make you a delicious lemon pound cake with a mango drizzle frosting. That's my favorite. Is that lemon pound cake with that mango frosting drizzle. Delicious. But I gotta stop it because I'm gonna go in and be diabetic. I went out of control making cakes and sweets. So I had to pull back from that because of cholesterol and, blood glucose and stuff. Kenza says, big bag, big bag. I told y'all I am big bag. I love lemon pound. Yes, I love lemon pound cake, but I think mine is a little different. I've never had anybody make lemon pound cakes like me because my secret to lemon pound cakes is the sour cream. My sour cream, and another secret ingredient. I put sour cream in mine, and I put a few other things that makes it different because everybody's always like, what is that she put in there? I got another secret, but I'll tell y'all, I'll put some sour cream in there. But yes, your girl, I am big back. I dream about desserts. If I could eat nothing but desserts and be able to survive, that's what I would do. I would live on croissants, lemon cake, what do you call it? The fruit torts. Yeah, the little tarts with kiwi and all that. And then they have that sauce that goes on top of it. Oh, I love that. I love a fruit tart. It's so good. But anyways, I'm talking to y'all about food making y'all hungry. I'm about to get up out of here so I can enjoy the rest of my Sunday. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your Sunday. I hope you guys eat well, live well, be happy. Get rest if you need to get rest, and do what you need to do so that you can go into tomorrow, go into your Monday with peace, joy, and all of those things. If you're going to work, I hope you have a great work week ahead. If you're chilling, chill, okay? Yeah, I have to do this more often, Vonti. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to do better. I'm not gonna make no promises, but I'm gonna try to do better and give you guys one of these at least every 2 weeks. I forgot when it was the end of the month to do an end of the month marathon. So maybe this month we'll do an end of the month marathon. Okay? So I'm gonna go and eat my food my sister made for me and take my carb nap and then head to the beach. So I will see you guys back either tomorrow, or I'll see you guys at the premiere on Tuesday night, or I may go live Tuesday before I have the premiere. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Take things one day at a time. Be positive. Be happy. Be your best. Love yourself. Take care of you. Remember, you get one you. Take care of you. Take care of your mind, your body, your spirit, because you're enough. Sending you guys positive energy, positive blessings. Shout out to all of my amazing mods. You guys are all great. And make sure you check some of these amazing content creators. Realis one here, Jill Will Crew, Can't Stop Walking. If I miss anybody, Vondi Gaming. You guys, Delvin, check out Leticia's Third Eye Point of View. Make sure you check out some of these amazing content creators, okay? Because they're awesome, awesome, awesome. I'll see you guys on the next one. Yes, Vonti says, and keep your head on a swivel. Yeah, I used to say that. I'm going to bring that back, Vonti. Yeah, keep your head on a swivel. Yeah, it's wild in these streets. Yes, take care of yourself. And you know what I say over here on Life with Marlene? Love your life and live your life. Peace.